Hello, my name is Nuria Medina and I'm going to present the paper titled Video Games for Learning, Design Considerations and its Application in the Video Game The Time Invaders. This work has been performed at the University of Granada. Well, the benefits of playing in the development of humans are well known. In this line, serious games use the motivation generated by the video game to obtain other purposes. When this purpose is educational, we have an educational video game. The goal is to be able to design an educational game which is fun and effective at the same time. To achieve this balance between learning and gaming, designers need to apply design patterns. In the state of art, we can find several proposals to design educational games. For example, in our research group, we have defined an architecture and a methodology to create educational games. The architecture is divided into 5 subsystems: the design subsystem, the personalization or adaptation subsystem, the groups subsystem, the monitoring subsystem, and the game subsystem. For its part, the methodology is divided in 5 phases: start phase, where the scope of the project is established; design phase, where the video game is structured according to a set of UML-based diagrams; production phase, testing phase, and post-production phase. But we need a simpler proposal, because existing methodologies can be too complex or need more time than available. With this aim, in this work, we present a set of simple design considerations to create educational video games. Firstly, we identify 4 types of factors to obtain a good design of the game: the features of the educational game as a video game, that is fun, immersion, engagement, etc. The quality of the educational content included in the video game, the way in which the educational content is integrated into the game, and the quality of the video game as a software product, that is usability, graphics, playability, etc. At the same time, we define 4 axes to design educational games: the integration of the educational theme, the fun learning balance, the narrative, and the implicit assessment of the evaluation achievements during the game. Regarding the introduction of the educational theme during the development of the game, it is important that this integration be made from the origin of the project, and we must follow specific methodologies that promote a true inclusion. We can use an existing methodology adapted to our particular needs or define our methodology. In this way, we include specific roles for the educational experts and use specific tools to address the multidisciplinary nature of the design team. In addition, the team could also think about engaging students by following a user-centered design approach that allows them to participate in the design of the game, that is, making games for learning instead of playing games for learning. Regarding the fun learning balance, characteristics such as player participation, motivation, or flow during the game must be pre-analyzed, and interesting ludic challenges must be defined to generate intrinsic motivation. In addition, it is essential to integrate the educational challenges within the ludic challenges in order to they do not disconnect the player from their immersion during the game. The relations between the ludic challenges and the educational challenges must be formalized in a double-layer structure. Regarding the narrative, it will be necessary to analyze the type and the degree of narrative that best suits our game. Narrative can be embedded or emergent, and cinematics can be used. Narrative will be used to pose the educational challenges and for their evaluation. Narrative favors long-term learning and requires that the game has been previously well structured in acts, stands, dialogues, etc. Finally, regarding the implicit assessment of the educational challenge, it is necessary to define the set of events that must be registered during the game and how the value of those elements is transformed into an educational score. For this, educational challenges must have been previously mapped to the ludic challenges. Results can be explicit using reports, but they could be also expressed through the game scores or using a reward system. Now we are going to use a game titled The Time Invaders to illustrate these design considerations. The Time Invaders is a graphic adventure to improve reading comprehension. The avatar is a boy or a girl who will be chosen as the savior of the planet. The avatar must travel to our past and solve challenges in different civilizations, called mini-stories. In other case, a group of evil aliens will destroy our planet. The game was designed by a multidisciplinary team integrating experts in reading comprehension and educators. UML-based diagrams and interactive storyboards were used to support the communication. The game works 48 reading competences organized in 5 types: literal comprehension, inferential comprehension, global comprehension, critical comprehension, and meta comprehension. These educational competences were mapped to ludic challenges. UML-based diagrams were used to formalize these relations. An engaging narrative was carefully designed as the main mechanism to wrap the educational task within the actions and dialogues in the game. Objects, scenarios, and dialogues are used to present educational challenges and for their evaluation. The game provides educational reports for parents and educators, showing the child's achievements for each educational competences identified with the type and number of competence. There is a report for each mini-story. Here we can see the report of the Roma mini-story and a global report, like this. In addition, players visualize a card system in each mini-story, 5 cards representing the 5 types of reading: literal, inferential, global, critical, and meta comprehension. Each card shows the educational progress of the player in this type of comprehension. When all competences of the type have been achieved, the corresponding card is complete in that mini-story. For example, global comprehension is full in the Asia mini-story. Well, in conclusion, games motivate players and can be used to practice some skill or to obtain some knowledge. However, creating a game that is both fun and educational is a big challenge. Proposals in the state of the art contemplate methodologies that are interesting but that can be difficult to apply by novel designers or need too much time. With this aim, this work has tried to propose some simple but essential guidelines to design an educational game. If you decide, you can get our game, The Time Invaders, Dos Invasores del Tiempo en español, in these links. That is all. Thank you very much for your attention.